MC131 and welcome back to Behind the Blocks in Minecraft 1.9. And I'm going to show you guys today a follow-up, well, sort of a follow-up to a video I did quite a while ago, which was a combination lock in vanilla Minecraft, and it required no commands. It was all done with redstone and pistons and stuff, and it was actually pretty cool. And it was surprisingly simple for what it was as well. Now, today I have a new thing to show you, which is sort of the next step up. Now, I'm just going to go down here. This is my little vault corridor. Now, here is my little combination entry panel. Yeah, I don't know where the vault actually is, but if I enter the combination in here, then it should open the door. Now, I don't actually know the combination, so I'm just going to spam some buttons. No. What the? Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Okay, so it wasn't totally unexpected. This is my evil combination lock. This is the evil twin of the one in the older video. And basically the way that it works is that if you don't know the combination, if you try and like spam buttons, these buttons in the middle, like the five, like make a cross in the middle, they're alright. But that button, evil. That button, evil. That button, evil. That button, evil. If you press any of those four buttons, it will kill you with 2 splash potions of instant damage 2, which is the method I've used for killing players, because if a player comes in here, say that you're doing like some sort of PvP server, if a player comes in here looking to rob my items with like diamond gear and stuff, it doesn't matter how much armor they have, potions will always get through armor. They ignore armor completely. And 2 instant damage 2s is enough to kill a player if they hit even slightly directly. And it is pretty much direct. Now I'm going to demonstrate to you what exactly is happening. It's pretty quick though. This block here is retracted and there's a dispenser behind it which shoots the potions. So let's just show that now. And it's timed so it shoots 2, and it's just timed enough that it doesn't actually, it ignores the very, very short grace period, so that like when you take damage, there's a very brief moment where you can't take damage again for a couple of seconds. It is timed so that it will actually let that happen before it fires the second one. Alright, so I'm just going to show you how what happens when you actually do it right. So I can just go back into game mode survival now. Now the right combination is actually this arrow thing at the moment. And this door opens up here. Excellent. So now we can get into my vault. And down here I've got, you know, furnace, crafting table, storage chests for whatever I need. And I can, of course, close the vault manually from down here with this button here. And the pistons retract again. Okay, so this is now the secure area. Now, you may be wondering, how do I get out of here when I'm done with whatever it is that I'm doing, gathering items from my vault? Well, I can't get up there, obviously, because there's no way up there. However, if I just pass through this doorway here, I have a lovely little slime block launcher, and you can probably guess what's going to happen here. So if I just stand on top of this, and then hit this button... How beautiful is that? That never gets old, and it's so perfectly timed that it just replaces the floor under you. Alright, so let's get into creative and I'll show you guys exactly what's going on here. I've tried to compact this down a little bit, but it's pretty gnarly for the sort of things that I've done with redstone. So here is what's behind the walls there, and you can see all of what's going on here. It's pretty, like, the individual components are fairly simple, but putting them together it makes this awesome complex system. And it's actually really quite nifty. It's quite consistent too. It's very reliable. So I'll show you guys how each aspect works in turn. So first of all, this is the combination lock back here. Behind these 9 blocks of polished diorite, I just use like whitish blocks so that you guys can see where the redstone all is our 3x3 grid of buttons. And the reason I'm using wooden buttons is that they actually hold down. They will actually stay pressed down for a longer time than a stone button. I have no idea why. I'd never noticed it before, but when I was testing this, I discovered it. It's definitely the case, because when I use stone buttons, this did not trigger properly because there wasn't enough. This did not stay on for long enough, but we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, this is just like the old combination lock. If you don't remember the way it works, basically on the back of the grid, a selected number of those buttons will turn off redstone torches, and if all of those redstone torches are turned off, it will then turn on a redstone torch down here. This is just using an inverter, and this piece of redstone dust is powered by all 3 torches, which then runs through a redstone circuit up to a monostable circuit, toggles a T flip-flop, which then powers this block between here or here, and either opens or closes the door. Now, things get a little bit interesting further down. Of course, here we have the, this is where the manual door control is, incidentally, just inside the vault. This just pushes a signal up here, and then forces this to toggle. And that's actually quite neat, because it means that if you're inside, you want to let someone, like a friend, in, then you can actually just hit the button and it'll open it again, even if it's already closed. Okay, so let's have a look at the evil side. Now, the buttons in the corners are the evil ones. So those are the ones that you don't want to press. Obviously, if you want to change the combination, then you can rearrange which ones are the evil buttons, but I've done this because this is the simplest way to get them, because I've got this lovely little mechanic here, where this redstone repeater, and then this redstone dust here, will be powered by this button and this button respectively. But that means that if either of them are pressed, they both still power up this line of redstone dust here. And then it's the same on the other side, and these run across the top of the vault here, and then will turn this redstone torch off. Now, this torch is normally on, and what that does is it extends this piston here, which has got the wall behind it, and then these 2 pistons here. Now, what happens if you hit one of the death buttons, one of the evil buttons, so I'm going to continue to refer to them, is that this torch will turn off. The first thing that happens is we have this repeater, which is on a 1-tick delay. This piston here will then retract, and it will pull that block with it. And then this repeater here is on a 4-tick delay, and shortly thereafter, these 2 pistons will retract, taking the piston and the block off to the side. After that, pretty much at the same time as that happens, actually, this redstone torch then turns on as this turns off, and powers through another monostable circuit here, without the T flip-flop, and we're just going to send a really quick pulse in 2 directions. Now, they both end up at the same place, but what's important here is the timing. We've got one on a 1-tick delay, and then one on an 8-tick delay, and this is timed manually, just so that it will trigger this dispenser here twice in quick succession before this redstone torch turns back on and closes the wall again. And yes, potions of instant damage too. A lot of them. We have a dispenser full of them, and then a hopper, and then a chest with some more. So let's actually just load that back up there, just using a middle mouse click. Obviously, if you're in survival, this would take a while to grind out. You can use arrows if you like, but arrows from dispensers actually don't do a lot of damage, and if you're only shooting 2, it's not great. This is designed explicitly for the potions of harming. So it is an insta-kill. So that's what's happening if you hit one of the death buttons. This turns off, these pistons open up, and the dispenser is revealed. It fires 2 pulses, which then fire 2 potions of harming, and then the wall closes up again. Okay, so that is the vault door, and what happens if you get the combination wrong. Now, once you're inside the vault, I'll just open this up here. There we go. So that's now open. And if you flash back out here, you'll see that this block has now been retracted, and this redstone torch no longer powering this dust, and these redstone, these blocks have now retracted with the pistons. Now, downstairs, I'll show you the little escape mechanism again. So in here is our lovely little escape tower. So we can just hit the button, and we get up. Okay, that was me missing. Let me try that again. Got to stand right in the middle. That's more like it. Okay, so all that's going on there is a little bit more fancy timing. But we've got another double piston extender, which is hiding behind these blocks here. So if I just remove some of those blocks, you can see that we have a piston here, and then the sea lantern, which is actually on top of that there. And the button is on the other side of this block here, with this redstone torch opposite it. So what happens is when you push the button, this torch turns off. The first thing that happens is the piston here with the sea lantern instantly retracts. And then 4 ticks later, these 2 pistons will retract and pull the sea lantern and the piston into the wall. Then we have another 4 ticks, an inversion of the signal here, and then another 4 ticks, and then the piston here, which has got the slime block on top of it, will fire. And then basically what happens is it's timed so that it opens the gate, the ceiling, or the floor from the upper level, and it shoots you through and then closes it right after you so that you land on solid ground. You don't have to like do a jump up in the air and then move off to the side as you're in the air and land on solid ground. So I did that deliberately just so it's timed much more smoothly, and I think it actually works really quite well. So I'll just fill in the gaps again so you can see it working once more. It's actually fairly simple the way that this is actually turned out. It's quite nice. The redstone is not, it's not like high end. Like the only hopper is actually for passing items through to fill up a dispenser, and there's no comparators. It's just pistons, torches, repeaters, and dust. But yeah, if we hit this button again, whoop, and the floor is replaced under our feet. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So yeah, that is all I have to show you guys today. I hope that you have enjoyed this. I absolutely hope that some of you will try and make this in your survival worlds, because my god, I want to. I am going to try and make this in a survival world. If all I need to do now is find a dangerous enough multiplayer survival server, and yeah, see what happens. I don't know. I haven't played. I'm not so keen on playing like public multiplayer survival servers. They always tend to end badly for me. But oh well. That is the ultimate secure vault with surprisingly simple redstone. I don't know. I don't really have a proper title for this. It's a vault. It's evil. There we go. I hope you've enjoyed. I've been XLMC131. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Let's just run this once more. Hello, Death.